set up with the screen. Everyone, please type yes in the chat if you guys can see my screen, just to make sure this is live and you can actually see what I'm saying. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, cool. For everyone here. Okay, cool. Good stuff, guys. Then, first, welcome. Obviously, what are we going to discuss today? Who am I and how started out? The IG theme page concept, organic growth, and remix strategy and outreach strategies, right? So it's all about sales, it's all about growth, it's all about starting. I can guarantee you guys, I'm not going to pitch you shit. Don't worry. I'm not going to pitch you anything. I'm not going to want your money. I want your time and attention. That's all I want. If you can promise me to devote your time and attention to this and your focus, I promise I won't pitch you. And if I do, I'll pay you $500. So, but first, start off with, who am I, right? My story, part one, how I grew up, my first business, cleaning business. I started doing things online, as I said, at the age of 13. First try at age 14, started multiple pages, Fortnite.db. It's been pretty interesting so far. On the top right, you'll see my Instagram page, my personal page, right? Give it a follow. There's additional information there as well for you to be able to learn more, and also to get more insight into my personal life that I share in my stories. So, in terms of the cleaning bins, it was fun. Made a couple of $100 a month, stacked up the money, and then invested it into mentors. I definitely know that the online game was the thing I actually wanted to get into, because that's where the big bucks are, right? I mean, look at NFTs, right? All these different things. That's where it's happening, right? So my first try, as I said, Fortnite.db, gymfit.db, football.db. DB actually stands for the business in Dutch, so it's fucking hilarious. I actually had the idea to create a whole empire, like probably all of you guys, right? I wanted to create a whole empire around pages about specific topics, about me being the owner and having this whole fucking great amount of pages under me. But at the end of the day, I just wanted to start something and actually make money online. That's it. So my first story, gfx.ams, that's how I made my first $100. It was actually by doing video editing and photo editing and actually sending 50 messages a day on Instagram, on email, and also on Fiverr. I actually posted a lot of spam accounts that I made myself, did like 5 listings. I received emails when people actually asked for logos and stuff like that. I created different names to be able to get listings and to be able to people to see me, and also test if, let's say, Alex was a better name than Aaron or whatever, right? So, or even CEO Armin, So it's all about fucking being creative, It's not about the limitations you set for yourself. You have to think. You literally have to write this question. You can do it on this call right now. Take notes of everything as well. But write down this question: What if you knew? What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? What would you do? Write it down in the chat. What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? Have the chat. Have the call with me. Hop on the call with me, or go out to that girl and text her, or like write it all down. Write down you guys' thing you would do if you knew you couldn't fail. I see you guys typing. Trading. Okay, play the lottery. Fuck you. Dropshipping. Dropshipping, trading, play the lottery. Well, definitely like that answer. There's also the fun fact. There's also a couple of team members that are actually in my team right now that are also attending this call, just to hop in and also add a lot more value. In the future, I'm also going to host a few people that are actually going to have these calls. So a friend of mine is actually a closer at the sales management team of Imangatsi. So, I mean, it's going to be really hard, but I'll try to get him on. But there's a couple of really big people that will be attending in the future as the community grows. So if you guys feel like any of your friends or anyone you know could profit off of this community just for free, feel free to just send the link that I will send in the group, just to help it grow. But yeah, obviously, I would invest every last penny of my pocket, and I would open a course online how to make money, PhD in biochemistry, real estate, exactly, But the fear thing is also something that will confront your deepest fear. So by answering that question, you're basically like opening yourself up to realize, what fears do I actually have myself? What are my deepest fears that are keeping me back from achieving the things I want to achieve in life? And that's fucking important. So not giving up, right? Not giving up. I'm not actually going to read all this fucking text because it's going to bore you guys. So it's basically all about second try, start a billionaire director. One of my pages, it's at 195k followers right now. For the people that don't know, I own about 4.6 million followers on Instagram, so a fair bit of pages and a fair bit of followers. But it started out with this. It started out with Fortnite pages. Started out with this shit. You know, if I look back, it's all shitty, but it's really fun. I could even cry if I look at it because it's so like it touches my heart. Right, I poured my soul into this, even though it only got 2K followers. So, not giving up, growth. I started with growth, so obviously starting to reinvest, starting to actually reinvest the money I made, right, and not sit on my lap and be like, well, yeah, that was fun to do, but what now? You know, no, start investing, start spending your time elsewhere, even attending these calls right now. Like, grow, 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 and also ask yourself that question of the fear. What is the thing you fear? And let's say you already have a business or you start your business, ask yourself the question of what are the components in my business that are literally the thing that are stopping me to be able to grow or to make more money. So these are actually things everyone knows, but no one wants to confront. A real business owner knows exactly what he or she needs to do and confront. It's all about the confrontation. Confronting yourself with the fact that you just have to fucking change and do certain things about your business. Right now, I have to build the whole CRM system for my own business. There's a couple of team members in here, and it's taking fucking long, you know. I've definitely procrastinated over a couple of times. I could have possibly done it even sooner, but it's just taking a shitload of time, and I don't like it, you know. But I chose to actually do it, and I'm gonna do it, you know. So that's the thing. You have to take ownership of the thing. So, the IG theme page process, what all of you guys have been fucking waiting for. So, if you actually go into the chat, scroll up a little bit, you also see the great one I mentioned. So, for anyone who hasn't like been familiar with this process, please also revisit all the free videos I've made, because these 9 videos, around 100, well, no, not 100, actually a couple of hours, so maybe 200 to 500 minutes, kind of. I'm not sure exactly. But basically, that amount. Yeah, exactly. Thank you for tagging it. But go through those videos. It's about a couple of hours of videos, and they will actually like share and show you exactly all the ropes and all the ways to make money and to start this and to understand this. Because before you can actually get in business, you have to understand it. You have to understand how the mechanics work, how certain components work with one another. You can't start a business just by looking at certain aspects and being like, oh, I like high ticket closing and I like this, and then just get into it. Like, that isn't how this shit works. Is understanding the mechanics, and that's why people say do market research, right? That's the number one thing in business at the beginning. Do market research. So how do you do market research? You actually look at all the different things that are happening in the market right now. So first, you grab a piece of paper for yourself. You write down what kind of company do you want to become. Let's say you were successful. Well, how would you want it to look like? What kind of office do you want to have? What type of people do you want to have around you? Everything. Like, I wrote this down in like 10 pages, and I know exactly where I want to go. And that's fucking important, because then you can then put your time and focus and energy into the things that are then important, right? So the exact same thing here. You first have to understand it, understand the metrics and understand the components that fluctuate, and basically it's a push and pull, right? If you push and then it pulls, then it pushes, right? So it's a continuous back and forth. It's the same thing with doing a really good month in revenue and then after doing really shit, or having a lot of sales closes but then your family being mad, right? It's all a balance of negative and positive. If shit goes really, really good right now, then it will probably go really bad in the next couple of weeks or the next couple of days in a different area of your life, right? So first, understanding the mechanics. This is basically your step-by-step guide, but also obviously all the videos are shared in the Discord, so please just watch those, you know? Devote your time, devote your attention. Don't try to just convince yourself of the fact that you will find the best business model out there, blah, blah, blah. Don't do that. Decide if you want to do this, yes or no. If you don't want to do this, leave the Discord server, because Instagram is all we're going to talk about, but also sales, also marketing, also all the different things that have to do with this. But first you have to understand the basics, and from there you can become an expert in something you actually want to do. By the way, I saw obviously Vlad typing something. If you guys have any questions regarding this presentation in the meantime, feel free to post it in the groups chat, right? In the chat that we have in the Discord. So, launch of your account, choosing a niche and sub niche, choosing the color scheme, choosing content pillars, choosing caption content, choosing page layout. So first we'll start off with a niche and sub niche. So what is a niche? A niche is basically a topic, right? So this could be fitness, entrepreneurship, anything, literally anything. But how do you choose a niche? You choose the niche by looking at things you like, looking at your knowledge or prior experience, but also looking at your goal. If let's say your goal is to make 10K a month, it doesn't work for you to be able to choose a niche that isn't going to allow you to make 10K a month, right? So let's say you like flowers, right? But you also want to make 10K a month. Then you have to choose, because flowers is not going to get you to 10K a month. I can guarantee you that, right? So then choose a sub niche. This can be something like a niche that's a bit more specific in your overall topic. Like, for example, the overall niche is, for example, business. And then the sub niche is, for example, entrepreneurship, money, finances, whatever, right? So you have to define a few sub niches that you can post around to be able to always get content, right? So for example, if you look at my content on Billionaire Direct, you'll probably see that it kind of overlaps with mindset and motivation as well a bit, right? I have business, entrepreneurship, mindset, and motivation. Those are my content pillars, right? But also my sub niches, right? So sub niches and content pillars go hand in hand. But then in terms of the content pillars, it's very, very important to actually understand that these things firstly go hand in hand, but then also if you don't know what you want to post, or if your page is dying or whatever, you actually have to understand that it's also based on your content pillars. Because all of you guys, you might follow a few pages yourself, right? Like wealth or a few big theme pages. So you might ask yourself the question of, why do I follow these pages? Is it because they just post around wealth content? Is it about money that I follow them? Is it about entrepreneurship, motivation, business, mindset? Why do I actually follow these people, right? What do they add in terms of value or in terms of things that I like? And then from there, you can actually reverse engineer their content pillars, right? So every single page has a little bit of motivation in there if they're about entrepreneurship, right? Entrepreneurship is also a lot about mindset and a lot about motivation as well. So defining your content pillars in a way that the content overlaps in one another is super, super important. So from there, choosing the caption and content. Caption is super important. Don't keep it too long. You can basically go two routes with the captions. You can have a really, really long caption, which is a lot of value about the piece of content, right? You can also tag your own account in the first line of the captions. Or what you can do is you can have a question, right, in the first line. Like, do you like this as well? Do you know this as well? Blah, blah, blah. Then in terms of growth and offer, organic growth. So follow for follower, engaging strategies, early engagement, remix strategy, partnership, collaborating, shout out for shout out, selling your own service, selling someone else's, right? So growth offer, follow for follower. It's the shittiest thing you can do, although a lot of people did do it. And I did it at the very, very beginning. But then a lot of pages that I started like in the last 1 to 2 years, I didn't use follow for follower at all. I used shout out for shout out, engagement strategies, early engagement, the remix strategy, and then a lot of partnerships, right? So how do you actually get partnerships? What you do is you build up a relationship. So you have to actually understand that, by the way, this shit is not going to be easy, guys. This is not going to be easy just because you're going to have to put in the work. You first got to put in the work to learn this shit and then implement it. It's two completely different things. But you can't tell yourself that you want to become successful and then know you didn't put in the work. Doesn't make sense. So in terms of the organic growth, it's very important that you understand this factor because there's multiple components to this that play a big role. So engagement strategies, basically what that means is that you're engaging with people. You're leaving comments, you're liking certain posts, you're engaging with people. So the ways you actually do this are very important as well, right? You have to actually understand that the engagement is also something it's basically all about spiking someone's attention, right? So you have to kind of position yourself in the follower or in the account, right? You have to ask yourself of the question of like, okay, but if I, for example, say this comment, will that person actually read my comment and actually go to my post and actually go to my page and actually look at different aspects of my page? Will they give me a follow, right? You have to ask yourself questions from the standpoint of the person, right? Then in terms of partnerships and shout out for shout out, that basically means that you are looking for people with a similar or more amount of followers as you in the same niche, that then you guys can promote each other's pages on each other's pages, right? So for example, if I have a business theme page with 5k followers, I send around 10 to 50 DMs to about 10 to 50 DMs to different business theme pages to then post my content as well. They're all around 5k or above, and I maybe can send 10 messages to 100k, 10 messages to 50k, 10 messages to 10k, right? And then see what the responses are, but build up a relationship. It's not about you getting the thing you want. It's all a long-term game. It's all about planting seeds, right? I wasn't able to get in contact with the sales manager or Iman just by saying, hey, I want to call with you, or hey, I want this, I want this, I want this. It's not about you, it's all about them. The more you're able to give, the more you will be able to get. This is literally the formula. Literally. But the fact remains, no one wants to give. Everyone wants to get. No one wants to fucking give. Look at Alex Hormozy. Few people probably know him here, but he has been the person who's been giving. Right? He's been giving like crazy through YouTube. Right? He's had a fucking massive success also with his $100 million offers. Right? So that guy knows the fact that giving is the most important part to your success. Giving and not getting. Being comfortable with getting shit and giving the world, right? It's all about willingness to be able to give to other people and actually go out there, put your time and energy into this. It's the same with what you're doing right now. You're attending this call to give your time to me to then learn something, right? So if I don't teach you something right now on this call, you feel like you only gave and didn't get, right? But I want to give and you want to give your time, right? It's all about an exchange. You want to give your time, I want to give the knowledge. So who gets more? That's the question, right? So in terms of this, the partnerships and the giving is fucking important. So coming back to what we're talking about, it's about setting up partnerships, setting up shouted for shouted collaborations, for example. Getting your first few sales on Instagram. It's all about laying out the seeds, planting the little seeds and letting them grow over time. So how do you do that? You actually understand human beings. It's the exact fucking thing I talked to with all my team members in the call we just had, like half an hour ago. We talked about the fact that we are all human beings, right? We all want to be feel, heard, seen, understood, everything, right? All the emotions, all the basic principles in psychology. So if you want to become good in selling, if you want to actually grow a business, if you actually want to become good in marketing, in automation, systems, sales, backend, administration, whatever it is, understand humans. Understand humans, because at the end of the day, we all created something with each other, right? We all created something with each other. No one created a business just by himself as a human being, right? We all created something together. So understanding human beings is the key thing for your success, especially with sales, especially with marketing, especially with pages, especially with setting up partnerships, right? Asking yourself the question, why do I don't make sales? Why do I don't get this? Why do I don't get this? You're asking the wrong questions. Ask the question, what do you give? What do you give to other people? What do you give? And what is the little thing that you get in return? Money is just the translation of the amount you give. That's it. If I didn't give this much, I wouldn't been able to make 5 figures a month at my age, right? Like I give a shit ton, and I gave my whole life, my whole time, everything to be able to grow this business, to be able to connect with people, to be able to connect with 7, 8, even 9-figure entrepreneurs. Do you think those people want to actually talk to me? No. But they want to talk to me because I gave something to them of value. And understanding that is going to be the key principle to your success, especially in sales, especially in marketing, especially in getting the things you want. Getting the things you want is just about understanding what do those people want. And probably you've heard this 20 million different times, right? Yeah, you have to understand what people want, give value, fill a gap, solve a problem, blah, 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 think of solution. I get it. You've heard it before, totally. But at the end of the day, that's it. You have to understand what people want. And how you do that is by just looking at what they've posted so far, understanding what they say, how they say it, their tonality, everything, going into human psychology, right? So for example, the thing that probably CEO Armin right now wants, right? For me, I don't know him, right? Or her. I don't know shit about you. You know, you just joined, you said something in the chat, and you asked a question about sales. How do I get more comfortable on sales calls? So what I know is that you want to get sales training. You want to get help in sales right now, right? So how can I then solve your problem? You just showed me your problem. Your problem is that you're not comfortable on sales right now. So it's all about communication, right? If I didn't start this call, I never knew what your problem was, right? And then I can decide to then try to get you on a call, close you on a program, whatever it is, try to solve your problem in a way that helps you, right? But I do it all for free, and other people see this as an opportunity and then make money off of it, right? And that's what you have to do as well. You have to understand the sequence of you giving, then realizing what people actually want, and then getting, right? So by giving, what I mean is you basically give a lot of value for free. So you understand something in terms of value, but also exchange. You have to understand what you can give. Become really good at a few things. For example, Instagram, theme pages, growth, content, whatever it is, marketing, psychology, whatever it is. My mentor wants me to do the 5 calls. Yeah, time that by 10, man. Like do 50. In terms of especially comfortability, you're basically setting yourself up for failure as well, because your threshold is 5, but it's going to take way more that to become comfortable. And for sure, you can try to put it that way, but the thing is, 5 is kind of like an iffy number, right? You're basically questioning, like, the 50-50s between, okay, well, I'm not sure yet if I become comfortable after 5, but we'll see after the 5, right? But you know you will become comfortable after 50 calls. So that's the difference in mindset. And then eventually you will realize after 7 calls you will be fine as fuck. But then you set the threshold differently, so you become more comfortable easier instead of forcing yourself to become comfortable in 5 calls, right? It's the same thing as me saying, I want to have a 6-pack in 2 weeks. Meanwhile, I know I can't do it, right? No, what I will do is I will say, I want to have a 6-pack this year, right? So I give myself the room and time and wiggle room to then be able to become comfortable in being able to get his fucking 6-pack, right? Same thing with the sales calls. So in terms of this, it's understanding human psychology. It's actually understanding human beings, and how you do that is actually looking at their profiles, to look at the way they talk, look at the way they say certain things, like everything, right? Everything. So selling, outbounds and inbounds, what's the difference? Can someone name the difference between outbounds and inbounds in the chat? For anyone who knows yet. Outbounds and inbounds. What's an outbound and what's an inbound? Does anyone know? Still waiting on the chat. Nope. Alright. Good stuff. Well, that only means that we can do one thing, and let's learn. So an outbound is basically a thing that you send out. It's literally in the name, right? An outbound. So the bound you can also translate to message, call, everything, right? So the bound is basically just the thing you do, the activity you do, and the out and the in is just what you get or what you give. It's the same principle, right? So the outbound is you sending messages, you calling someone, right? So you cold calling, that's basically you doing outbound calls, right? Inbound is basically where someone messaged you first. Outbound is where you message them first, right? So inbound, every time I put something up on my story, let's say DM me the word now to then get access to the free community, blah blah blah. Then what happens is all these people DM me the word now. So these are all inbound leads, right? And a lead is someone who shows or expresses interest in the thing you do, share, or know, right? So outbound DMing someone exactly, and inbound is getting DMs that you receive versus DMs that you send out, exactly. So the sales process. So this is a very common one. You have to understand the way you can make money from theme pages. And do you guys know the 2 ways that you make money to theme pages? What are the 2 ways that you can funnel people through or to be able to make money? Like, where can you actually get like the transaction? Where can you make the transaction? No. Like the place, right? Because no one's gonna hop on your page and then suddenly click a button and then buy a promotion. What's the thing, the end goal that people need to click on? Darks is pretty close. Funnels, reels, affiliate, these are all like the tools you use. So what I mean is the link in the bio or your DM. These are literally the only 2 outcomes. These are the only 2 ways people can reach you, or through email or through phone, but usually it's the DMs or through the link in your bio. And the link in the bio people can press, and then it will show a funnel, right? So see, you're not wrong, but a funnel is something completely different from a link in the bio. So the link in the bio is just the end result that you want to like put people towards, right? And show people the way and get people to click on. So it's the same thing with the DMs. You have to understand it's either that you promote through link in the bio, or that you send it all to your DMs. These are literally the only 2 ways you will make a lot of money on Instagram. Only 2 ways. So in terms of the sales processes, DMs, calls, link in bio, website, or calls, right? So DMs that you get, then you can also have calls, you can also have a link in bio, you can also have a website, you can also have calls, etc, right? So what I mean is, if I, for example, look at my own theme page right now, right? We're actually gonna do it here. No. So if we look at my theme page, right, like Billionaire Director, all we have here is we have a link in bio. We have atconsulting.click here. So this is one of the outcomes that I can make money, right? So what the 4-step process to start a successful Instagram theme page? Boom, people click it, they fill in their information, right? They opt into my funnel, right? They go into my funnel by filling in their information. But what's the other way people can actually do it? They can send me a DM. So in sales, you really want to understand, you actually only want to send people one way. I've chosen 2 ways because I've seen before that it was pretty successful for myself, but it's something you have to test out based on what you sell. So what I've seen for myself before is that both of them are a split. So for some moments the DMs work really good, and for some moments the link in bio works really well. But you primarily, the rule in sales is that you only put focus into one place, right? So if I look at my own page, this is my own page. Same thing here, atconsulting.net, but also the DM me the word now. But what I also have is I also let people DM me the word theme, DM me the word this, DM me the word this, DM me the word this, etc, 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 right? So what happens is all these people DM me the word theme, and then I know that they came from the captions, bingo, bingo, bingo. But then what's happening? All these people get sent to my ding, ding, ding DM, right? So the only way, the 2 ways are the link in bio or the DM. Very, very important, but very basic and very easy to understand as well. So in terms of that, tracking numbers and improving, right? We actually have tracking scripts for setting metrics to scale. Like we have a very in-depth system in terms of that we share with all of the clients in terms of tracking things. But in sales, it's all about tracking how many DMs you send out, how many responses you get, how many people you get that are actually interested, right? It's all about tracking. You can actually type in right now, right? You can type in sales tracking sheet. You can also type in free tracking sheet, right? I mean, the thing is, guys, this is what I mean. There's so much information out there on the internet. It's all just about looking, right? Top 10 sales tracking sheets to download. Well, this isn't the shit we want, so we move forward, right? We move forward to then add a different keyword, free sales tracking sheets. So I think in HubSpot there was one actually. Let's see. So sales dashboard, right? We can download this. There's so much we can download, guys. It's not like, or for example, conversation tracker download free. Oh, wait, same website, guys. So the thing is, you need to understand a lot of shit is for free. So tracking is super, super important. We have this for all the clients, but it's super, 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 super important that you understand this, just because tracking will make or break your sales system or the thing, and it will also like show the things you actually do, the things that the effort you put in. So same thing with you, CEO Armin. What you would do is track how many calls you have, how many calls were successful, what kind of notes you took. You can use all kinds of software. You can use Notion to track this. You can use spreadsheets to track this. You can take notes in Google Docs. You can do everything. You know, you can also do Trello. Like there's a lot of different tools you can use, but get it out of your head. It's not about the fucking tools. It's about you taking action and doing it, but then doing it also 10 times more than you think you should do it, right? Having 5 calls is not gonna fucking work. Have 50, have 100. Have 200, right? Like up. Sales is all about volume. The more volume and targeted volume you get, the more sales you make. So you might question yourself, why haven't I made money yet? Blah, blah, blah. All these questions. Well, it's either that your offer that you're selling right now is complete dog shit. Like you have to actually test it out in the market. You actually have to have calls with people of your followers that you planted seeds with. What we talked about fucking before, about you planting seeds, right? You planting seeds by opening up conversations, you continuing conversations, you planting the seeds by just reaching out to random followers. Hey, I saw you do CrossFit. Hey, I saw you're big in the gym. Whoa, you're a super jack guy. How long have you been going to the gym for? Hey, I saw you do sales. What's up with that? How long have you been doing that for? Right? Plant seeds all day fucking long. Right? You have to have hundreds of conversations in your DMs ready to be lined up but also being prepared to get on a call with you and to close or to buy something from you. It's all about the trust at the beginning, right? They need to trust you. And when you start out with selling, they don't know shit about you. They don't know who you are. They don't trust you. They don't know what you do. You're not credible. You are not an authority, right? All of you guys right now are listening to me because I'm an authority. I have grown 4.6 million followers in 2 years, and none of you have. So that's why you're listening to me. You know, I'm a young guy that makes 5 figures a month, and you aren't. So that's the thing. You want to create a certain diversification in what you know, what they don't know, and position yourself as an authority figure. And how you do that is not by showing your rich and lavish lifestyle, but being you, sharing who you are, what you know. Give, and then get, right? So the longer the runway, the bigger the plane that can take off. Fucking good quote. I'm gonna type it in the chat as well. The longer the runway, the bigger the plane that can take off. So where does this quote apply in? Fitness, mindset, finances, learning, theme pages, sales, everything, right? So the longer the runway, the bigger that the plane can take off. AKA, the more delayed gratification you have, the bigger the thing you can get in return. Do you think little quick wins are gonna get you to the end result, are gonna let you feel truly fulfilled in your life? No, not at all. Like, quit saying that to yourself. The big wins are gonna make you feel the best because you know you put off and said no to the quick wins. You didn't eat that lovely sugary cookie every single night. You said no, and you're gonna work for that six pack. And then when you looked in the mirror, you said, fuck you to the cookies. And by looking in the mirror, you basically said, I know I can get dedicated, and it's proven, right? The results you got are proven, right? So you don't feel shit about it. You chose to do it, and you got it, right? So coming to the part of selling, be unique, right? At the beginning of sales calls, I usually be a bit weird as well, right? So I'm not sure if you guys know Alex Ramosi, but he's basically a big entrepreneur, sold multiple 100 million businesses, whatever. And what he basically did was he jumped on trampoline while talking to clients and clients or potential clients, sorry. So these potential clients that were doing consulting sessions with him thought he was fucking crazy, right? Like, they thought he was crazy. And you want to know why? Because he was jumping on a fucking trampoline while having a sales conversation, right? But these people are all so fixed in getting sold to that the guy that punishes and punctuates through by being unique through like the whole standard then gets to sell to those people, right? So scaling and positioning, increasing traffic, buying more pages, paid growth, starting new one. These are the 3 ways you can do it. In terms of increasing the traffic really fast, you can invest money to then do promotions on bigger pages and promote your small page. You can also do group promotions by promoting yourself with a group of people of 5-10 people on a page, and then all paying like a certain part, right? So we actually did promotions for one of my clients on advice. So this page, I'll actually share it in here. Inbox. Wait 1 sec. The chat. I'll actually share it on my screen right now as well. So in here, this is the account. We actually did promotions on this account, so it was pretty nice. I'm not sure if you can see this. It's taking fucking long. So this account, 13.2 million followers. So how were we able to manage it? Well, through connections, obviously, but 2, also by doing a combination of promotions, right? Having 5, 10, 20 people in the promotion, and then paying all a bit. And by paying a bit, we basically don't pay full price, but we pay the price divided by 10, 25 people, you know? So then we can buy a fuck ton of people, and that's exactly what a few people actually do. So I can actually try to find a couple of promotions here. So there's a group of people doing this. I think this one, no. I think they might not do it anymore. Let's see. No. there's just a couple of people that actually understand this and can get promotions pretty cheap, and then also be able to promote like a bunch of people for a few $100 and not like 5,000 or 10,000, and get a shit ton of followers. Like what we did for our client back then was just amazing for this. We'll try to look for a second, and then if we can't find anything. But I know a few people that I'm not gonna disclose for now, but they do this, and yeah, it's very interesting. It's very interesting, and I'm actually also planning to do it with all of you guys in the future. If you guys are down, I have contacts with these pages and also bigger. So for example, this one, I think, not this one. Yeah. Can't find them for now, but you get the point. So basically, there's a bunch of people lined up in the comments, and maybe some wealth actually. Let's look at wealth. Don't think he really does a lot of promotions, to be honest. No, I don't see any. If you guys find any examples of what I'm talking about, feel free to obviously share it in the chat. But we'll continue with this. So this is exactly what I mean, right? It's all about increasing the positioning and also scaling, right? So increasing LTV and offers. So LTV, do you guys know what LTV means? Share it in the chat. LTV. If anyone knows what LTV is, share it in the chat, or just type no. LTV, no. Long-term value, sort of. Close. No. Okay. So LTV, basically lifetime value, not long-term. Lifetime value. So LTV is basically of a client. So LTV means, let's say you guys all bought a program from me, right, of $17. Cool stuff. You all now become successful. Blah blah blah. Then after you bought that, what happens is, after I present to you a higher one of 100, then after that I present to you 500 one. Now your lifetime value is $617 instead of only $17, right? So lifetime value just necessarily means the value of a client over a lifetime. So you actually have to understand here, when someone becomes your client, they're literally saying, hey, I'm part of your family now. So what do you do with your family? You always treat them well, in good times and bad times. You always treat them well because they make you feel good. So what happens with clients? You always make them feel well. You always increase the value you give to them. It's all about give. Because at the end of the day, they always want to become and be part of the family, right? If, let's say, I'm dad and I beat them up, then they're gonna leave, right? They're gonna not want to be here. And how I do that is by not giving them value, by not helping them, by not making them feel heard. So lifetime value basically just means that a client is worth more than the beginning, right? So how you do that is by adding more value, but also upselling them. That's the concept. Increasing conversion, right? So increasing conversion really goes along the lines of understanding the multiple factors and the multiple things you need to look at, especially on theme pages, especially like during a sales process. So a sales process is nothing else than a process someone walks through, and you need to optimize every part, right? You need to actually see what are all the points where I have contact with them. What are all the points that they go through? Like what I have on the left right here, right? DMs, calls, link in bio, website, right? So my process is, for example, DM, call, close. That's my process, right? I have 2 calls with everyone that became a client of mine. Everyone, right? And this is the process I use, but you have to understand that between calls, there are also people that don't attend. There are also people that don't want to schedule the next call. There's also people that say, yeah, I want to do it later. There's also people that want to do this and this and this and this, right? So in between, there's a drop-off point, and understanding that concept is fucking important. And the fun thing is, all these steps and all these things I'm sharing with you right now, I'm also going to present to 6, 7, 8-figure entrepreneurs. So the fun fact is that I do want to quickly share in between, the way you consume knowledge and the way you perceive what you learn is also very important. Very, very, very important. Because all the shit I'm telling you right now, you only perceive it in the way you perceive it right now. So it doesn't mean to say that this shit doesn't work for you right now, but it just means to say that you are not at the level yet that it makes it work even better for you, if that makes sense. So let's say you are at 1K a month right now, and you have this whole perception about mindset and whatever you did up till now, it's all about it's all your fault that you only make 1K a month, because otherwise you would have been at 10K, right? It's all you. A business owner is you. You are responsible. No one else. You are. It's not the market's fault. It's not the people that are not interested. It's just you. You not having a good offer. You not being able to attach and go into the market and actually provide value for the right group of people. It's all about you. Okay? So at the end of the day, you might perceive all the shit that I'm sharing right now in a certain way, but when you're at, let's say, at 10K a month, 100K a month, whatever, you might perceive it differently as well, because you changed, right? Because you have to change for the outcome to change. It's all about you. Then focusing on high ROI tasks and outsourcing low ROI tasks. So what does ROI mean, guys? Share it in the chat. ROI. Return on investment. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Good stuff. Return on investment. So how would you guys apply return on investment? Well, in every single area of your life, right? So return on investment, the investment is the time and the thing you have to give, right? So give, and then get. So return is the get and investment is the give, right? What is the investment? What does it translate to? Your time, money, energy, focus, whatever it is. So an investment is also, for example, a girlfriend, right? So the return you get is happiness. The return you get is feeling more fulfilled, feeling happy, feeling validated, feeling confirmed, feeling safe, feeling secure, feeling loved, right? And the investment is your time, your effort, your energy, right? Everything. So the thing here is, a return on investment is obviously just you focusing on the things that will get you the best results, right? So it's all about the get, or give, and then get, right? So you have to understand that the giving also, there needs to be an equal get or even bigger get on the other side, right? Because otherwise the give doesn't make fucking sense. So low ROI tasks are, for example, content creation, right? Takes a shitload of time, doesn't bring you any money in, but at the end of the day, it is a very important task. So, well, you could do, let's see, Alex, you can only remix, or does it make a difference when you post 2 slides? 2 slides, you mean carousels. You only remix 2, yeah, indeed. So for my account, remixing right now works really, really well. So the biggest mistake people make, especially in business, but also online, is actually look at everyone else except them fucking selves, right? You have to look at yourself to then change. You have to look at all the things you've done so far that they haven't allowed you to become successful with this. Pages, sales, whatever it is. You have to look at yourself. Please do that. Look at yourself in every area. What have you done so far that hasn't gotten you the results you want to do and want to have, right? Same thing with the 2 slides. You can for sure try 2 slides, but have you tried it? Yes or no? It's basically the fear and your inner bitch telling you, what if it doesn't work? What if I fuck up my page? Then Vlad said, well, you could do both. Reels are still better, but both are good, very good too. That's what ad creators said. Exactly. So what you're doing right now, you're basically giving the power to ads creators, right? Obviously, they make the app, so I get why you give the power to them. But you don't want to give the power of control away. You want to control everything you do yourself. The actions you take, the results you get, everything. So how you do that is just by implementing and doing it, right? So, launch of the account, page creation, page layout, market research, long-term perspective, and consistency. This is literally a step-by-step process. So, this whole meeting is, by the way, recorded. Also going to be put on YouTube later tonight or tomorrow, and then shared in the community as well. What I want you to do is, after this call, please go to this chat. #chat. It's not ending right now, guys. Don't worry. Go to hashtag chat and please type a little review over about like this call, just to get more people into this, because I want to genuinely help everyone make their first 1K. But at the end of the day, everyone here needs to understand that you need to require and it needs to be put in work, right? You have to understand. You have to put in the work. You have to put in time. You have to show up on these fucking calls. What I mean is, if I can only remix because Alex said it's not good. Yeah, remixing is good, but you have to test it out. But many big pages do it too. You have to understand that remixing isn't just remixing a random video. Remixing is everything. The video you choose, why you choose it, does that video add a certain value? What is the reason why you chose to remix with that, right? That's the main principle here. For everyone who's already dropping a review in the chat, I see Darks. Thank you guys, thank you. That's what we need, you know. It's also feedback for me, not in this chat by the way, but in the hashtag chat I said. Drop all of your pages in the chat right now as well, so we can analyze them in a second. I'm not gonna go too deep anymore into all of this juice because we've been calling for an hour, and I don't want to overload you with information. But there's still a whole bunch of shit that we need to talk about. Remixing strategies done, how do you remix, right? Proven content, examples, like a lot, right? So I'm not gonna go too deep into it right now, but growth and offer, you can just review a few of these. But I'm quickly gonna, the curve, websites to track, last tip, exactly. So this is the last tip as well. Instagram knows when you're not responding to your DMs. They will limit your reach since they want you to be active. Make sure you respond to them, right? Send your ads in the chat to give you specific advice. Please do this. And then from there, what we will do is I'll open up Instagram, analyze your pages right now, and then also right over here, drop review. To get more people on the calls, because obviously you guys are literally the only ones here, right? You guys are literally the action takers, so you have to understand that like changing your life starts with this, starts with like doing a simple decision, making a simple decision. And let's see, I think you misspelled that CEO, Armin. I think you were the guy I talked to yesterday that was asking me a bunch of fucking questions. Yeah, simply to provide value, exactly. So I'm not here to pitch you. So share the ads in the chat and we'll analyze them right now. Share. And also please drop a review in the community chat if you want to see more of these things. Uploading them onto YouTube. Let's see, cute cats load. Well, what an interesting name. Yeah, my advice for you would be understand what your clients want. Do they actually want this shit? Have you actually asked your clients, right? I get 20 million different pop-ups when I enter the website, so it's a shitty website. Do you actually promote? Yeah, okay, for the link in bio, okay, good stuff. You don't engage with your comments. Engage with the comments. Like, actually ask them a question. Forbidden ice cream scooper. Have you used this before? Have you, conversate. But you have to understand that these are all human beings, right? Precious cat, you don't engage, right? Why do you think he or she is precious? I actually hated the cat, right? So this is all the stuff we do with our accounts. We stir up the comments. We stir up the comments to be able to get more virality. But yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Analyze a few pages that actually popped off, like this one, this one. Try to post more with black or with white and a video in it. That works. 21K. Right, black and white video in it. Right, do that. Yeah, quit this page because basically what you're doing is the exact same thing as 20 million different other people. Look at people that are in your niche or the niche you want to go into, and analyze their bio. Look what kind of bios they have. Make a sheet, a document where you literally just copy paste their bio, right? Literally, so copy and then put it into a document, boom, right? And then from there, what you do is you just focus on the different things that it says in the bio. And then don't have the beacons.ai. I get what you mean with all this free video and whatever, right? It's all affiliate marketing, right? A squeeze page, like don't do it. You know, you don't have an audience yet. You don't want to be promoting at least before 1 to 10k followers. Really depends on the followers, but don't be promoting anything. It's really shitty to do. Don't go into this because everyone is doing this. Like, there's a whole different concept to making these videos and these pages viral. I've actually got a few of these types of pages, but I can guarantee that if you continue with this, it won't work. It won't work. Let's see, Narcissus, my team member, official motivation Monday. Okay, too long name. Try to maybe do shorter name. But if it doesn't matter too much, change your bio. Too short, doesn't add any value. Like, just shares a lot about what you do. Usually the first line is the value, second line is credibility, third line is a CTA. Let's see, YouTube. Oh, by the way, guys, if you guys want to receive even more value, I'm actually giving away the free mastermind video that I actually did for a friend of mine that is basically making 50k a month and is uploading on YouTube on Wednesday. Actually, it's uploaded. Wait, one sec, I'm checking. It's gonna be fucking awesome if it's uploaded. Yeah, it's uploaded. Good shit. I'm gonna share it in the community as well. So this is actually the whole like video, everything.
On the
So VRSA system, right?
just because so many different people like
This system is fucking powerful. Like, I can guarantee that if you use the system, watch the whole video, like the video, comment even on the video, like this system is just amazing. Like, this is exactly what I explain to clients as well. The route of 0 to 1k followers, 5 to 10k, right? I'm not gonna show you too much. You just have to check out the YouTube video. I'm gonna pin it in one of the channels. But for you, let's see. Use remixing more. I'm not sure if you do that, but use remixing more. But also try to understand the fact of these subtitle videos, what like the true meaning is behind it. Because this one, I know you just posted this because it was viral, right? You saw this on Wealth and it went viral before. I get that, but you have to understand what they're actually saying. What is the topic of this video? The quotes one day or day one. Oh, great stuff, you know? Like, you have to understand the topic of the video and not just the way the video is made. The way the video is made is a subtitle reel. So it's a combination of all, right? It's not like someone who actually, a timmerman is not gonna be able to put a nail in the wooden plank with a hammer without the nail, but also not without the hammer, but also not without the plank, but also not without the knowledge how to hit it, so it goes into the plank in one go, right? So one without the other fails. Same thing with this. Remove the pinned thingy. Delete or archive this one. Don't post Andrew Tate because your page will get deleted, guaranteed. I've had pages of mine and friends of mine being deleted. Delete his content. Just because you don't want to end up having a page that got deleted. Not sure if you can go back to these types of videos, but they work well. So you can, if you want to, make original videos of these, engage with your comments. That's what I would do. Let's see. I have a dog shoe that I started, a dog page that I started, and it receives good reach, but I get little followers even though it's good views. How can I make the conversion rate better? Good question, good question. These are the questions I need, right? To actually get a very specific question. I think I needed to be on a mastermind right now as well. I saw it like last week. Change the first line of the caption. Change it in a way of follow at for more blah blah blah. You can also tag yourself in the video to for basically other people to see and to go to the tagged thingy and then basically see that, click on that, and then go to it basically. Let's see. Yeah, I would do that. Then let's see, success only vibes. Ooh, nicer page, nice page, nice page. Original videos, right? You make them yourself probably. Put the branding on it if you want to. Maybe a little logo of yourself. You can like take this out and put it like really, really small, like in the middle below this video if you want to. You can also just keep it like this. I don't really mind. Usually with logos it does convert a little better in terms of followers. But remove anything with the annotate. Like, I'm very sorry to say, but yeah, the worst thing you want to happen is yeah, your page getting deleted. So what I could do about the website you said is shit. I'm not sure if it's your website, but I would try to make, you have to understand that people want to go through steps really, really quickly. You have to actually get people to a certain end outcome in seconds, right? If I can't order something within 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 clicks, right, your website is shit. So it's all about how fast people can get to the outcome and how clear it is for people to go through the thing and get to the outcome. You must post controversial content that makes people react and interact. Yes and no. Controversial content is one of the pillars. It's also emotional, educational, what was the other one? Educational, emotional, entertainment, and controversial content. Those are the three E's of content. So educational, emotional, and entertainment. My brain has absolutely been fried today because I've been working since 6 a.m. and having calls, and my voice is nearly giving in, as you can probably hear. But yeah, that's what I would focus on. Those 3 pieces of content and really understanding your niche, understanding what the most important part is for your niche. Let's see, latest fitness, one-on-one. Okay, have spaces between the emojis. Go like put a space between it. Put a space between here, space between here, space between here. Is what you did, right? Follow me for daily gym content, video memes. Okay, ask yourself the question at the end of the call. What makes my page more or less valuable than other pages? And put, when you answer that question, put it in your bio. Then also remove this part, like 1000%. Let's see. If I skipped any pages, by the way, don't worry if to ping me or something like that. Don't put too many things into your beacons that make a nice background. Yeah, but the thing is, you have to understand that promoting is not the thing you want to do, especially at the beginning. Like, you want to give, and then get, right? You want to create free programs, free resources, etc., to collect data, to collect things and information from people, to then be able to perceive them as your new clients, and then to be able to reach out to them to even give more stuff, right? So analyzing your page, look at this, 2.4k followers, pretty decent. Okay. I can also guarantee that if you post more of this content, like very, very, very jacked guys, your page will blow up. Although this shit looks very weird, my opinion. Same thing here, right? Like, these are memes, right? So entertainment content, but then entertainment also means gym, right? Same thing here is probably entertainment. Yeah, entertainment, exactly. Let's see. Emotional, educational, and you also made the video yourself. That's why I did really well. Make more videos yourself. Combine it with these. This does look sick, right? Oh my god. Let's see. Could you check and feedback on Let's see. Where is this page, Vlad? I'm not sure where you see this. Unrelated content is very good to post, yeah, but it's not, well. Alex, is it about sign if I remix and get 20 views? No. Understand what the reason was why you remixed. What type of content did you remix with? Analyze the content that you remix with. How many views did it get? How many engagement? What was the E of content? Educational, emotional, entertainment, or controversial, right? Understand everything, and then try to analyze it. It's not a page, Alex. It's the guy's name that said unrelated posts are good. You check out the oh yeah, sounds good. My bad. Then guys, what you guys can do, I would really appreciate it, is just drop kind of like a mini review in the chat in the community, that then can share what you thought of the call, if you would recommend it to anyone else, anything like that. If anyone wants his or her page analyzed real quick, then drop it in the question. But we're actually gonna do this on a weekly basis, so yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting. How much do you think Success Only Vibes is worth? Let's see. Well, not much, just because well, depends, right? Depends on the link clicks, depends on your country percentage, right? So a page isn't just made up out of engagement. A page is made up out of a front end and business, or front end and back end, right? So the front end is actually everything in regards to everything people see, their engagement, etc., 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 everything, right? Let's see. So in terms of that, it's very important that you understand your page is made up out of multiple components, but then also it's as if people are buying a business. You need to kind of make it seem that they can profit off of this as well in a very effective way. But in terms of price, it could be anywhere between $200 and 5K. It could be really broad. Depends really on the link clicks. If the link clicks are good, it's worth more, because this page, like, that's what happens with these types of pages. But to be honest, I do know a guy that could buy this from you if you want to sell it. Although I would literally just grow it if I were you, if it's still growing. Also, a tool you guys can use as well is Social Blade, right? Create an account. Shows you exactly the growth you've been making. Oh, you were just put in the database, so from now on you can actually track your growth in here. I can actually see it as well every single day. Alex, I couldn't listen to your advice. My internet was bad. Can you tell me again? Yep. 1 sec. Yeah. So one, you can watch back the recording for my advice. I'm not gonna give it now. No, I'm joking. What I would do is change up the bio, make a document in Google Docs, and just make the bio and make a different one. Look at all your different competitors, copy paste their bio, see who you are, what you want to do, how you can be different, and literally just do that. Focus on that, and then besides that, take the link in bio out of it. Understand how you can give, but also in a way that it doesn't look salesy. So give as in give resources, give communities, make something, right? Be creative, make something, a presentation, a course, a video, YouTube channel, whatever it is. And if you don't know what to make it on, start learning. Learn. Even from this, take notes from everything that you've learned so far, and take notes, then make your own thing, right? Stop posting these videos because it's not working. You're reposting them, and it's not what you do with these types of videos. Go more into the entrepreneurship niche. Use the pillars of educational, emotional, entertainment, and controversial, and go more into the along the lines of pages like Billionaire Director, for example, right? That's what I would do. Let's see. On cars, BMWs, yeah, that's very, like, the thing is, what happens with engagement is that the engagement is way higher on smaller niche accounts, because you target a small group of people that then actually want to follow this because of the topic, right? So what happens is, the broader you target, the less quick you're gonna follow as well, get followers as well, just because it's just a bit wider, broader, but also there's a lot more people out there exactly like that. How much engagement likes does a theme page need to get to receive a decent amount of inbound leads? It really depends on story views. So usually you promote stuff on stories in a poll. If you actually want to get inbound leads, you do it through a poll. You send a message to every single one of them through a voice message or through a copy paste message if you want to. If you just want to get very unique responses and people taking action towards you and showing effort, let them DM you. Do it through your stories, captions, highlights, bio, link in bio if you want to, right? Last question, Alex. Would it be good if I post one self-made and one remix today? Yeah, for sure, man. But you have to understand the concept of why you did certain things. Why did you remix this? Why did you make this in that way? Where did you get the clip from? Where did you get the content from? Did you just randomly copy paste it, right? Yeah, you have to try to create a system for yourself that you can use 24/7 for this, and then, if it's proven to work, you can sell it, right? Um, let's see. I think there was one last question. Chaos or something like that was typing. Thanks a lot, man. Perfect. Thanks. Yeah, no worries, guys. If you can, guys, just drop a review on the in the chat. Not in this one, but in this. I'll drop it in here as well. Just with like how the call was, what you learned about it, key takeaways, like anything, right? Key takeaways are very important. Just for me to also know that you actually paid attention and that I don't waste my time on these calls. So, what's gonna happen now? What you guys are gonna do is review the whole call. So, how you do that is by reviewing it, by looking back at the recording. I'm gonna upload this on YouTube in probably a couple of minutes. Will probably be up in half an hour or so, and then I will share it in the community. You can watch it back. I'm gonna tag everyone in it as well. I'm also gonna share my latest YouTube video that I actually just made. But yeah, that's what you're gonna do. Implement the things I teach, implement the things I share with you, and remember and remind yourself of you willing to change. You have to change for a different outcome. If you're stuck right now with the things you're doing right now, it's shit. You aren't getting results with the things you're doing right now. Can I reach you besides call too? Yeah, just do it through the community chat. Like that's the best way to reach me, because I'm gonna be active in here. But then we actually have one candidate who's been waiting this whole time. So let's do a sales roleplay call, man. Get up here. CEO Armin. For anyone who wants to hear this. I'm not sure if you can press in here or if I can add you in. Invite to speak. Yep. Let's hear it, man. Let's hear it.
Yo, I don't know anything about sales.
Oh, how the fuck can you do sales calls if you don't know shit?
No, I'm creating my offer right now.
Okay. Well, sales role plays are literally just like a normal conversation, right? Try to just have a normal conversation with me and not sell me on something. But I got on the call with you, right? Understand that fact. Act like you're selling indeed, right? Give him tips, guys. Give him tips by listening to him. We're all here to help each other. Like, I'm not the one that's going to be telling and showing and speaking the whole time. Give him tips. Act as if you're selling. Act as if you're just talking to me as a normal guy, a normal dude. And don't use scripts. Just act normal. Right? Ready?
Yo, I'm ready.
Okay. So I just joined the call, right? Click.
Yo, Alex, how are you?
Doing good, man. Doing good. What about you?
I'm doing good too. How was your day?
It was actually pretty good. I actually just had a call with the whole community, and yeah, it was pretty good. Just gave a lot of free advice and stuff like that.
Cool. I had many calls also, and I had some work to do. So, you know some stuff about the Instagram business yet?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. So basically, I've been able to grow 4.6 million followers in the last 2 years, and it's been pretty interesting. But yeah, I was obviously very interested in what you were selling me at the beginning, you know, in your story, or what you were telling about. Sorry, about like how you could offer me with sales, or like help me with sales.
Yeah, I'm basically helping people grow and scale their online businesses on Instagram. But since you're bigger than me, I, I'm learning from you.
Okay, okay, but what can I learn from you? Like I'm here to learn from you with the sales.
Um, or I don't know what to say.
Just explain a bit more about what you do, maybe.
I'm helping people grow their Instagram page, monetize,
Mm-hmm.
and basically help others to grow their businesses.
Okay, and how could you help me? Like, how could I get started with this? I actually lied about the followers, you know, I didn't have shit. I'm pretty noob.
You don't have any followers.
No, no,
Cool.
no, I actually just started out.
Yeah, I'm looking for people who are looking to start their Instagram theme page
Mm-hmm.
and build an online brand and personal brand and identity
Mm-hmm.
to then create a coaching program and eventually sell it to um, potential customers.
Okay, okay. That sounds pretty interesting, actually, and like, how would you go about it? Like, how would I be able to start this?
So the basic process of this is you get one-on-one coaching from me, and you get a custom roadmap on how to achieve your dream outcome of 2 to 5 figures, uh, 2 to 5 K a month,
Mm-hmm.
and I will guide you through all of that with my in-depth program, and you get weekly calls. We have weekly calls and um, a private group, and
Mm-hmm.
you will also have private calls with me where we check in every week and see how you did the week, and I will give you like tasks, what to do for the week. For example, how many outbound messages you send to people and how you connect with people. And I will give you basically tasks and to-do lists, what to do.
Mm. Okay. Sounds pretty interesting. And how much does it cost?
So I don't know, what's your budget? And no. So this program is pretty in depth, but I launched it recently that and it's not finished yet. That's why I will give you a early bird price,
Okay.
and it will be $500.
Hmm. Okay. I do need to think about that one, actually.
Do you think it's a valid price, or do you think it's overpriced, or how do you see the value of the program? Would you pay $500 for it?
I don't think I would want to pay 500. Like, the thing is, I don't know exactly what it is and stuff like that, you know? So,
So I can explain you a bit more about the program.
sounds good.
So the process of it is I have to understand your current position and where you are right now, and then you will get a custom roadmap as I explained you, and the process of it is you will start your page if you're completely new, and first you will get an explanation of what the Instagram theme page business is, um, how to set up your personal brand and how to monetize and then create your own offer,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can sell that offer to others, and this will be your mainly income source to then reach your dream outcome
Mm.
of
Okay.
that main monthly income.
Yeah, so I am willing to invest the 500, but I just have to check everything out, need some time to think about it, and discuss a bit more with my wife and kids.
Cool, cool. So have a great day, man.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, I'm gonna give you feedback, man.
Bro, you have to know I am from Germany. This is not my
No worries, man. No worries.
mother
Not your native
language.
language. I know. I know.
I'm out of shape.
Never let
Can talk on
anyone
English.
get off the hook and propose. Ask.
I'm really nervous when I talk to strangers.
I get that, man. I get that, and that's what you need to do with practice. At the end of the day, you have to realize that we're all humans and we all basically try random shit, and we're all pretty much noobs. It's all about how you act, right? Like, I could also have grabbed ChatGPT and asked for information about Instagram theme pages and just made up a whole bunch of bullshit for you guys to trust me and see me as someone that talks with confidence and conviction, etc., right? So confidence is key, and the only way to build up the confidence is by doing. That's what I meant with like there's 50 calls. Jump on these calls regularly. Like, have multiple, right? Take the feedback, write it down, and apply it to the next call. Ask what time and day suits them. Okay, these are my key takeaways.
Okay.
Note it down, write it down. Go back to the recording that we have with the of the whole call, and then review it. Take these notes also from what you got from all the other people, and then implement that in the next call, and talk with more
Yeah.
conviction. So, for example, with your pitch, nail down your offer, nail down your pitch, write it down first, and then practice it by repeating it to yourself 100 times, like literally as if you're on a call. You know, I can do my pitch right now off the top of my head, right now. So that's the thing. You have to really like nail that down by practicing a lot. Practice, practice, practice.
Yeah, I think I have to get the framework of the sales call a bit more.
You just need to create the framework for yourself with the offer. Yo, thanks man, Alex, for today's call. I learned a lot. For sure, man. For sure. No worries at all. Just make sure that what you learned you actually apply, because otherwise it doesn't mean shit. Understand what people are saying. Truly nail down your offer. Write it down. Yeah. Repeat it to yourself 100,000 times. Like, just repeat, 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 repeat. Also while walking in the fucking shower or wherever, right? Do as if you're on the call. I did this myself as well. After 100 times, you will nail it down, and then it's just practicing it on the call, and nailing it down like in fluent, right? So the only way you become a more and better speaker is by doing it more. And indeed, hast du gut gemacht.
Warum sind hier so viele Deutsche?
and a little bit.
Your business partner, Zihan, or I don't know his name, Mindset Suite is his account on Instagram,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I've had a chat with him multiple times.
Oh yeah, he's a good guy. He's basically champion kickboxer, like 19-0 or something.
Really?
Yeah, he's a pretty big guy, but he has a very nice voice. The fact you jumped on a call with 80 strangers is a good thing. Yeah, exactly. It's all about you, man. It's all about you jumping on a call with 18 strangers doing this. But now for everyone, it's about what you do with this, what you take into consideration, what you actually do with this and apply. For anyone who hasn't left a little review in the chat, please do it in the hashtag chat, just because it really helps with getting more people on the call. We are gonna obviously end it right now. I'm gonna send the recording in the chat, and then from there, yeah, we will have obviously the call next week, and you can review the call on YouTube. You can also view the call of the mastermind, right? The one I did for the 50K a month guy. View that one. Also, a whole podcast episode with him is coming out pretty soon, so you can actually learn more about me. There's also a lot of gems I drop in there. So thank you, Alex. Had some good information in this call. No worries, man. No worries. Obviously, I'll see you tomorrow again. Tarek is one of my private clients, so he's gonna crush it in no time. So you'll probably see his results flying by. I'd recommend you to, if you do sales calls, firstly research on the clients. Yeah, exactly. And researching on the clients is, you don't really have to do a lot, but just ask very specific questions if you don't have any research, and just get to know more about them. And ask the simple questions. I'm gonna also write them down. What? Why? How? When? Literally these. Why do you do that? Why was that important to you? How were you able to achieve that? When did you get started with this? Simple questions, but it opens up a lot of conversations. Right, good stuff. Then basically that framework, for anyone who knows or who doesn't know yet, is basically the WWW framework. So WWHW framework. So it's a framework like really, really big guys use as well, but in a different context, but it's the exact same way you apply it. It makes a good impression if you know something about them. Yeah, of course, of course, of course. What you can typically do is also go to their Instagram. Yo, I checked out your profile picture. You saw you do something with motorcycles and whatever, and also the way you bring it as well. If you're curious, if you're happy, if you're confident in that, but also saying more, talking more. The more you talk, the more you cover it up, right? It's all layers that you stack on top of each other. If I, for example, say a lot of information in a short amount of time, 80% can be bullshit, but then 20% is what everyone will pick out and then think, oh yeah, right? Same thing there. I'll practice it right now. Yeah, I saw you actually from Germany, and obviously like hopping on the call right now is gonna be fucking amazing. But yeah, at the end of the day, I checked out your call and then obviously filled in the form. So I do want to thank you for that. But I checked out the motorcycles you have. How long have you been doing that for? Right? Same thing. And the only thing they listen to is the end. They think, what the fuck did I just hear? But I heard something about motorcycles, so he must like motorcycles. Just covering it up, like talking. Yeah, so I appreciate obviously you hopping on the call, but yeah, at the end of the day, like looking at all the different statistics and the ways you do things, and obviously like taking the time and hopping on a call with me, and then obviously, yeah, but like different aspects of it, and then like checking out your profile after that was fucking flabbergasting, especially with like how you structured it, but also what you did with the motorcycles, like like how long have you been actually doing that for? People are gonna be what? But like they listen to the end, listen to the beginning and end. It's the same thing with like language. But yeah, it's very fascinating. It's very fascinating. But yeah, it's there's a lot more to share about this, but I can't do it in one call. So I appreciate you obviously daring to do this, CEO Armin.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good stuff, man. Well, you can definitely do it next week as well if you want to. You can apply all the knowledge, repeat your offer, and then we can do the exact same thing next week. And then in a few weeks, you'll become the master of sales. And then you'll walk me through the conversation fluently. Because when you master the art of communication and having a conversation, pitch, anything will be fucking easy. Anything will be easy. And how you do that is just by talking more, practicing more, practice. Same, you can compare it with like reps in the gym. The more reps you do, the bigger the guy you become, and the more your muscles will tear, and the more will happen, etc. Right? And also with conversation, you can say, as I said, 80% bullshit and 20% that matters. So, example right now, right? I'll do it again if you want to. I'll basically give an example of 80% bullshit and 20% good stuff. So yeah, at the end of the day, I saw that you obviously dropped on the call with me, but yeah, it was sick weather over here. But like looking at the different angles that you filled that in was pretty good. You took your time and then obviously filled it out. So that's something I do appreciate you for. But like I checked out your profile and we had the DM conversation. So yeah, I saw you do something with motorcycles. Sick, dude. What do you do? Like you can cover it up so much. And people are just going to be, okay, well, I'll just accept it because this guy talks with conviction, So the more you talk, the more convicted of the thing you seem, and the more confident you seem as well. So people want to have conversation with people that talk and not people that are awkwardly sitting there in the corner, right? Same thing with girls. Like girls wanna talk with guys that have conversations and can hold up conversations and can hold eye contact and whatever, right? Like that's the thing. If you understand that, it's fucking easy to get a girl because it's just holding up a conversation and talking 80% nonsense and 20% what matters, and they will only hear what they want to hear. This is all human psychology, guys. But yeah, I have to go as well. Was a good call. You can find the whole recording in the YouTube channel, and then from there, yeah, you'll be able to see that there.